Good morning, friends. Yesterday we have discussed about the definition of acids and bases. What are strong acids, what are weak acids, what are strong bases, and what are weak bases. Today we are going to discuss about the buffers, that is about the buffer solutions. How buffer solutions are prepared, what is their significance in the laboratory, what is their mechanism of action, what is buffer capacity. First of all, we will discuss about the definition of buffers. Buffers are the solutions which contain both weak acids and their salts are known as buffer solutions. Buffer solutions are prepared in the laboratory by mixing the weak acids and their salts. Buffer solutions have the capacity to reduce the change in pH. They doesn't allow the change in pH of the solution after addition of small amount of weak acid or weak base. Buffers are also considered as the mixtures of weak acids and their conjugate bases. It is about the buffer solutions. Now, we will discuss about the mechanism of buffer action, how buffer acts. The principle behind the resistance of pH by buffers is explained as follows. Let us consider a system of acetic acid and sodium acetate. Here acetic acid is weak acid and sodium acetate is the salt of the weak acid. When you mix acetic acid and sodium acetate, we get a buffer solution. From the discussion in the previous section, we know that sodium acetate dissociate fully and acetic acid dissociate only a little. Because acetic acid is weak acid, it dissociates partially, while salt of the weak acid, that is sodium acetate, it dissociates completely. The mixture containing acetic acid and sodium acetate therefore contains undissociated acetic acid molecules and completely dissociated sodium acetate, which contain CH3COO minus and Na plus ions. Let us now see what happens when an acid or a base is added to this solution. In the solution containing acetic acid, acetate ions and sodium ions. In such solution, when you add a weak acid or a base, see what happens after addition of an weak acid or an base. First, we will see what happens when you add HCl, that is strong acid, in acetic acid and sodium acetate mixture. See what happens, the CH3COO minus, that is the acetate ion, it combined with HCl to give CH3COOH plus Cl minus ion. In the solution, HCl dissociates completely because it is a strong acid. It produces hydrogen ion and chloride ions. The free hydrogen ion, which is liberated from HCl, which could have decreased the pH. Therefore, it combined with the strong conjugate base, that is CH3COO minus. CH3COO minus, it is called as conjugate base of acetic acid. It is a strong conjugate base. It combined with, very quickly combined with the H plus ions liberated from the HCl due to combination of the acetate ion and H plus ion. There is formation of CH3COOH. Thus, the H plus ion is removed by CH3COO minus ion. The pH of the solution does not decrease appreciably. The pH will decrease, but does not decrease appreciably. It falls in proportion to the change in ratio of salt to acid in solution. Due to removal of CH3CO minus, there is formation of CH3COH. Therefore, the salt concentration decreases and acid concentration slightly increases. Therefore, there is slight increase in ratio of salt to acid. Therefore, there is slight change in pH of the solution. This is the effect of addition of HCl in acetic acid and sodium acetate buffer solution. Now, next, what happens when you add that is NaOH, that is alkali, that is strong alkali in acetic acid and sodium acetate buffer solution. Reaction is CH3COOH plus NaOH. It gives CH3COO minus plus Na plus H2O. The acetic acid, it reacts with sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is present in dissociable form. It is a strong base. Acetic acid is weak acid. It partially dissociates. But when you add strong alkali in acetic acid, the dissociation of the acetic acid with weak acid to give CH3COO minus, the H plus ion liberated, it combined with the OH minus ion, which comes from the sodium hydroxide. Therefore, H plus and OH minus ion combined to give H2O. In this way, there is formation of CH3COO minus plus Na plus H2O. That is, the strong alkali NaOH dissociate completely into its constituents ions, sodium and OH minus ion. OH minus could have increased the pH, but in the buffer solution they react with CH3COOH to give rise to water and acetate ion. The pH does not increase appreciably. It increases only in proportion to the change in the ratio of acid to salt in the solution. Due to formation of the CH3COO minus plus Na plus H2O, there is increased concentration of salt, slightly increased concentration of salt and decreased concentration of the acid. But the concentration of salt and acid does not increase appreciably. There is slight change in the ratio of salt to acid. Therefore, the pH changes slightly. There is no appreciable change in the pH of the mixture, and this is the mechanism of action of the buffer solution. In this way, we are saying that after addition of HCl, there is slight decrease in pH, and after addition of alkali, there is slight increase in pH. Therefore, the buffer resists the change in pH. It is called as action of buffer solution, and this is the mechanism of the buffer action. Now, taking an example, again we can explain how the buffer acts. We will take the example of the same buffer solution. See, for example, take 10 ml of 0.1 normal HCl. It is added in 99 ml of pure water. The pH of water is 7. The pH of water drops from 4 units and becomes 3. The pH of water decreases from 7 up to 3. A 4 unit drops. Similarly, if 10 ml of 0.1 normal NaOH is added to 99 ml of pure water. Now, we are adding 10 ml of 0.1 normal NaOH, that is strong alkali, in 99 ml of pure water. Volume of alkali is very small, 10 ml. Volume of water is very high, that is 990 ml, 990 ml of pure water. Now, the pH of water is 7. But after addition of 10 ml of 0.1 normal alkali, the pH of water increases by 4 units. Initially, the pH is 11. Sorry, the pH is 7. Now, it becomes 11. There is 4 units rise in pH. However, if we add 10 ml of 0.1 normal HCl, okay, 10 ml of 0.1 normal HCl, it is added in 990 ml of buffer consisting of 0.1 normal acetic acid and 0.1 molar sodium acetate. Now, we are taking buffer solution, that is 990 ml of buffer solution. Previously, we have taken distilled water. Now, we are taking buffer solution 990 ml. Now, in that buffer solution, add 10 ml of 0.1 normal HCl, the same volume which was previously added. So 0.1 normal HCl when added in water, it decreased the pH from 7 to 3. Now the same same HCl when added in 990 ml of buffer solution which contain acetic acid and sodium acetate, its pH is 4.76, means before addition of the HCl, the pH of the buffer solution containing acetic acid and 0.1 molar sodium acetate is 4.76. After addition of 0.1 normal HCl, the pH of that buffer solution decreases. It decreases only by 0.01 points. The pH changes merely to 4.75 only. The initial pH was 4.76. Now it becomes 4.75 only. That is, there is slightly decrease in pH. 0.01 pH unit decreases only. Now take the second example. Now add alkali, that is sodium hydroxide solution. Take the same volume, that is 10 ml of 0.1 normal alkali, sodium hydroxide, that is strong alkali, and add it into 990 ml of the sodium acetate and acetic acid buffer solution, the same buffer solution. Volume is 990 ml. There is slight increase in pH, because alkali increases the pH. The initial pH of buffer solution was 4.76. After addition of 10 ml of 0.1 normal NaOH, the pH slightly increases from 4.76 to 4.77, means only 0.01 pH units pH increases. We thus see that buffer solution reduces the change in pH to a very significant extent. This is called as buffer capacity. Therefore, buffer is a solution which reduces the change in pH after addition of alkali or acid, and this is the function of buffer solution in our body. Therefore, buffers are used in biochemistry laboratory to maintain the pH at a constant value. In our body also, the pH of blood and the pH of cytoplasm, it remain constant because there are large volumes of buffer solution in our body. There are different types of buffer ions in our body which reduce the change in pH. Now in the next period, we will explain about the Henderson-Hasselbalch equation. This equation used to prepare the buffer solution. How buffer solution prepared in the laboratory? How we will prepare the best buffer solution in the laboratory? We have to prepare the best buffer solution. Best buffer solution is nothing but the buffer which doesn't allow the change in pH. There is slight increase, very little increase in pH. So after addition of alkali or acid, if there is slight increase or decrease in pH, then the buffer is said to be the very good buffer solution or best buffer solution. So to prepare such a buffer solution in the laboratory, we have to take the help of the Henderson-Hasselbalch equation. It is very important equation. So in the next period, we shall discuss about the Henderson-Hasselbalch equation. This is about the buffer solution and the capacity of buffer solution. Okay. Thank you.